new video to start your weekend off. I know some of you guys are trapped up in the snow, so I figured I'd make this video for you. So this is been inspired by my buddy Alex Mansfield. Everybody knows Manny Talks and his podcast and all the good stuff that he does for our sport. So I figured I'd shoot this video real quick in kind of response to something that I saw during one of his dry fire videos, which kudos to him for dry firing and putting in the work when the weather is negative degrees in Michigan. As you can tell, look how beautiful it is here in Florida. No snow. Oh, look at that green grass. Amazing. So let's talk a little bit about dry fire and what I caught him doing during his dry fire session. So the number one thing that's going to happen when you start to dry fire is you got to keep the pace, right? So you're going to push hard, move your gun, and so on and so forth. But the first thing and the most important thing that you should be focusing on once you have the grip and all that, the fundamental stuff down. So once you already have the gun in your hand, you're gripping the gun and you're working on transitions, is vision. The transition doesn't happen until the vision moves first. Now, I'm watching the video and obviously it's a video, so it's not me standing in front of him. He's not pulling the trigger, he's just dry firing. So how do I know he's not getting his eyes moving? Pretty simple. You can see the little switch from your eye shift from when it goes left to right, right to left, however it is that you're looking on those targets. Now what happens is when you start jamming targets closer together, you get lazy with the vision. And the reason that is, and the reason you can do that is because they're closer together. So you don't think you need to actually look over there. You just shift the gun over, and because they're so close, the gun will land. The issue is you start to get lazy on those arrays of targets that are close by, and you start living behind your gun. So now even on the far transitions, you will start keeping your vision behind the gun instead of in front of. So when you're dry firing, the number one thing that I can tell you that I've made a change in the last year, which has really made my level of shooting like excel big time, is I started focusing a lot more on vision. I started making the vision the priority instead of the shooting. So you guys kind of know me by now, and you hear a lot of the stuff that I've been saying, especially in the last year. I don't even think about the gun anymore. Everything I think about is outside of the realm of the gun. Once you know how to hold the gun and pull the trigger, now it's about the details of how you get that accuracy to be consistent and follow through all the time while you're dry firing or while you're shooting stages. And that comes from vision, the details in the grip, the pressures, all these different things. But if you focus on your vision first, the transition will follow your eyes, and vision always leads the way. So when you're talking about movement, entries, and exits, it all starts with your vision. If you exit, you have to find a spot you're going to land on, stop looking at the targets, find where you're going, especially long distance runs. If it's 2 or 3 steps, you're not going to be able to really look down too much depending on what the array is, because you're supposed to be up on the gun. Oh, imagine that, finding the target with your eyes and then the gun follows. So focus on your vision. I'm actually going to show I have a dry fire video coming out on the Insider Circle on my online course that I will be discussing vision, and it will be breaking down how you work on vision during dry fire and how you should carry that over to matches during your make ready process, at the safe table, and all these different things. But again, vision leads the way. All right, guys, if you have any questions, hit me up in those comments, and I'll see you on the range.